Hey everybody, this is Abdel.
Hey, good
with
evening
Ratio
everyone.
Trading
This is
here,
Abdel with
and
Ratio
I wanna
Trading,
take a
and
look
today
at Tesla.
is November
So,
26th, 2013.
This is a stock
and we're
that,
going to take
I've been
look at a couple
watching
markets that you guys have
for
asked
many
via
months
Twitter.
now.
And the first one we're
what's
going to
very
take a look
clear
at is a follow-up
is,
to Apple.
you know,
So
we
this video is
saw
going to be
this
a couple
point
follow-ups
shortly
to
after
those
the
of you who have asked the
IPO.
question. So, or asked
It's
about certain
spent the
markets.
better
So, a
part
look at
of
Apple
a
here,
year
and
sort of
everyone keeps
moving
asking, "What
up,
are you thinking?
but
What do you expect?"
You know,
and
not
and
at
the
an
answer to
aggressive
me
rate,
is
as you
really
can see
just
right here, right? You're looking
I'm
at
really
all
in
this
wait and
movement
see
right
mode
here.
at this point.
And
Okay,
you can see it was
again. I'm looking at a monthly chart here, so this is
did see some
gains
longer
up and
term,
down, lots of choppiness.
look here,
And then
but you can see again the market's moved.
You know,
up
the
to-
beginning of the
from
year, it
77,
started
this
to
is from
take
2009,
off, and you
the
can
start.
see all the way
You know,
up from essentially
703.
March,
Then we
April
seen
time
that
frame
the
up
drop
until
down right into
about
that
50%
just a few
retracement area. Okay,
weeks
so
ago,
that
really.
5 right there. Tesla
About
has
that
made an
390
insane
area.
move.
It's
It went from
50%
somewhere
of
in the
this entire
30s
move
all the
from
way
the
up
low
to
to the
short
high
of
here,
200,
right? Comes
which
down,
just a
then
dramatic
as expected
move,
and not really
for
surprisingly,
Tesla,
we saw a bounce,
and now we're
very
in
very
that
little
now we're at
pullback
the
in that
50%
time.
of
You
this
can see
move
there were a
right
couple
here.
times here
So
where it kinda dropped
540-ish,
down,
530
then
you can see is where
kept
it's at
going.
right
Never
now.
really
That is an
made a
area
significant
where
pullback,
but now
you
we're
have to
seeing
expect
there to be some
so,
sort of
you know,
I've seen a lot of chatter
That's what
on,
tends to happen
on Twitter,
and
stock tweets,
the big
all
question
those
will be
places.
just like we had
And
here.
people are just
wondering
will the market
what's going on with
be
Tesla
able
and
to
what to expect.
hold this area.
Will it?
So from my
puncture through
perspective
this
as a
area?
fib trader,
Will it go
um,
towards new highs?
it's actually
or
not
will
very
it drop
difficult
down to lows. That's really
assess or to predict
the two
what
scenarios that
we
will
might
happen
see
over the
in
course
coming
of the next
weeks.
several
And
months.
what I'm
we'll either
seeing
see Apple
is
push through
a market
this
that
540
clearly went
up
to an
into
extreme
580
area
and into
of
600
overbought
over the next
condition,
few months,
kind of hovered
or
around there for some time.
We're going to see
and
Apple
is
really
now
have some
sort
trouble
of
here and maybe start to descend
taking
back
a
down.
rest,
I
right?
don't know
And
the answer.
The analogy
to
that I
at this
try to
point,
use with
okay?
people is that you know,
speculate
in this
all you
scenario,
want
Tesla
based on
sprinted,
sales of tablets
you know,
and phones,
400-500%,
and now it's sort of
we'll
just
see,
catching
but
its
it's
breath, and it
impossible
needs to know
back.
for sure,
and that's what we're seeing
happen
here.
So,
what
the
happens
next couple
from
of
here is
months
going to be very interesting.
But what I'm
from
expecting
a shorter term perspective,
is
say like a
essentially a
weekly
retracement.
chart.
Right, so if we take a look
much
at
to
where
see
this
here,
all
there's a
started,
lot
sort
of
of the move
sideways
kind of
action,
began
as you
right
can
around
see.
here. So
And
what I'll
when you
do is
look
I'll take
down
my
at a
fib
daily
tool,
chart, there's even
bring
more
this
of
in
that,
so
right?
can
A lot
see
of
it
indecision. Now you can
There's
see
my
today,
fib tool,
big
and
move
I'm
to the
going
upside,
select
and this
here,
area
and I'm
up
going
here is going to be the
drag from the
key
low
area. If
where
it can
it
break
started
through here
to the high,
then we
where it
could see a
ended,
move in,
right
you know,
around there,
dramatic,
right
a move.
And what you can see is
pushes
that the
into
market's
that
obviously
50%
made a
into that
significant
620, which is
retracement down
right here.
Now, what
right?
I'm
This area
expecting
right here,
over
that's
the
what
next
we're looking at
few
monthly.
weeks,
but
is that this
and
market is
we
going to
see
get
that push
into the
if
low
we do,
100s, possibly
we just
into
have
the
to
high
wait.
90s.
So, let's see
okay?
what happens.
And then from there,
and
once
again,
it
if it
starts
can break
sort of
through here,
piercing
it's
this
gonna
area,
easily
if it does,
probably
of course,
pierce
around
into
114,
540s,
that's where I'm going to be looking
probably
to
into
buy
560s and,
some Tesla,
and then go from there.
and
But
I will scale
gotta
in as it comes down.
Now, the
into
other
this
market that everyone seems to be
95-ish
interested
area,
in as well,
looking for a move,
is
roughly
Tesla,
30 to 40%.
right? And look
back
at
up
look at right here. You can see the market
140,
came right shy of that 50%.
several weeks
Now,
after
last
that.
week I said,
Now, if we take
you
a
wanna
look
start
at the
getting a
daily
starter
chart,
position, you could start doing that
real quickly.
In fact, I actually
we can see what's
got a
happened
really
here over
really
the last
small position,
few,
about a quarter of
days,
what I
or, you know,
normally would
few
consider
weeks.
a full position.
So you can see lots
and
of
you can see it's bouncing up a
pull
little
down
bit now.
right
If we
here.
zoom
So we
out
can
and
see
look
the
at a
market
daily
went
chart here, you
down
can see
here,
it's
kind of double
it's
bottom,
consolidating
then
here, and
went
this is
back
going to be
up,
an area to watch
right?
for. You can see
Did it
today
again,
it broke
came
down to
here,
new
right?
lows for the last
Went back up.
few months here,
Then again,
and then kind of
third
rallied its way
time
back up towards the end of
down
the day.
here, right?
We might see an
Minor
update tomorrow off
retracement,
of this. You know,
right
hard
back
to say.
right here.
But watch this area, and
Right?
let's
really
between
right
where
here.
we are now and about
you can see right here, kind of minor,
possibly
and then
$10
dropping
to
back down. You can see
$15
there's a
lower
hard
is going to
break
be
right
an
here
interesting
today.
area. If the market comes,
we
down
can also
to
use our fibs
low
to use
100s, as
predictive
I've mentioned before, possibly even high
predict
90s.
where
These
it's
are
gonna go
areas
next. So,
where I
for
really
example,
want
if I
to
do
be a
it on
buyer
this,
of
like
Tesla
right here, the market
going
went up,
into the
right?
new
Then
year.
it retraced
Okay,
back down.
looking
So
for
when
a
I
bounce
measure
back
that, I'm
up,
gonna go from the
20
high
to 40%
down to
at
this low,
least.
right? What happened?
But
It
if you
rallied
haven't
up
gotten
here,
a starter
then
position,
when
I
it broke,
this would be a good time
two areas
to start
where it tends to go.
establishing that.
Either
and
the
then
127 or the 168. If it gets to the 127
like
and
I said,
it breaks
into the low
168,
100s,
look what happens.
I want to add to
Comes
that
down,
position,
breaks,
and then
127
see from there. So
boom, right?
longer
1618.
term,
Now
or
we're
at
gonna
least
do
on
the
the
same
weekly
thing
chart,
here.
I am optimistic
right? So
on Tesla from this
from the
area,
high down to the low,
from where we are now down to low 100s.
So what am I
looking
expecting?
for a move back up?
70% chance it's going to get down to 119.
Lower,
and
don't look at it
if it breaks
and be
that,
like, well,
101.99, 102.
I thought we were going to go
which is
up,
right inside of.
You have
to
realize
about
that this
just
is
a few
zone,
seconds ago,
and this zone is about
101.
It's about a $20 to $25 area
right inside
of entry. So you can establish a small position now and then try to scale in, or
so let's go
if
to our
you
fib
want
again,
to be more aggressive, you can or less aggressive.
Here.
I'm sorry, you can wait.
Boom.
But there's
so
no.
that's right
there's
inside of that 50 to 618 that
sure
we just talked about scaling.
You got to look at it both ways.
So
that's why I like
look
to scale
for that to happen.
Again, no guarantees.
And
if this happens to bounce off from here, and starts moving to like 140, 150.
If it does
start
getting to the 114, 115 into
I'll only
low 100s,
have a quarter
high
of a
90s,
position, but
that's an area of intense interest to me. It's a major retracement. It's a major area where I expect
so one
there
last
to be
market
a
I've gotten a lot of
significant
questions about is Bitcoin,
and that's where I'd be looking to scale.
There's been a lot of hype about
buying.
I
Looking
remember
for a
hearing
move
about
back
Bitcoin
up to
years ago.
120,
A good friend of
130,
mine was telling me about
140
Bitcoin
over the
and,
coming weeks.
I thought it was
after
interesting.
maybe some hesitation.
But
there.
you can see
so watch for that over the
last
coming weeks. All right,
lots of questions.
Lots of interest here on Tesla. There's a lot of panic, but I always think, I believe that when you see these types of moves, these are the opportunities.
And even when you look at the daily chart,
so we'll keep an eye on this.
Volatile,
but that's what I'm looking for.
It looks like something
you
would look at on
probably 4 to 6
Fed
weeks in
report
Tesla. A move down here, maybe a couple weeks of consolidation, and then a move back up
to the upside.
All right.
Hope that helps.
Like a
if you guys have any
chart,
questions, feel free to ask.
More data
here. You can see that this thing is just insane. And actually, when I take a look at this right here, and I go from the last low all the way up to the last peak high here, right? The first thing you'll see is that the market made a very what we call minor retracement, low to high, very, very small retracement, which is an indication that momentum has not ended, right? Now, if I double click here and I bring in my extension, I'm going to bring in 127 and 1618, right? And then I scroll down here, you can see that we've closed above here, right? And that happened yesterday, or maybe even happened today, actually. So there's a 70% chance that this thing is going to hit 1,007, okay? It's trading at 959 now. So 1,007, it has a 70% chance. But here's the other interesting part right here. And if you take a look at this right here, I'm just going to draw, again, an arrow line that represents the impulse move. And then I'm going to clone it. I'm going to duplicate it. And if I duplicate it and I paste it at the lowest point before the move accelerated again and come down, you can see a one-to-one move pushes us into about 1160, 1158. So depending on what happens up at this 1007 area, if it manages to break through here, there's about a 55% chance that it's going to hit 1158. Now, I don't know whether it's going to break this level here. All I know is that based on statistical evidence, there's a 70% chance it'll get to 1007. If it breaks 1007 with any significance, like it broke through this high, look for 1158. That's, and I mean, this is a 4-hour chart, so this could happen like, in the next week. And that's really all I'm saying. This thing has just gone insane. And when you look at a daily or a weekly, it's just hard to kind of gauge what's going to happen next. Right now Bitcoin is one of those markets you just have to play sort of intraday, and it seems much more interesting from that perspective. All right, so hope that helps. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. One last thing, if you go to ratiotrading.com, we are offering like a Thanksgiving / Black Friday special, if you want to call it, on our courses. If you use the code Thanksgiving on either our beginning program, which is $197, or our advanced program, which is $497, you're going to get 20% off. Both of them are digital downloads. One is about 4 hours of information and training. One is 10 hours of information and training. Very, very, very informative stuff if you're interested in trading fibs. All right, guys. Hope that helps, and we'll see you guys next time.